Hey, how's it going? Dave2D here, and this is the Asus GL503. So this is a laptop that's equipped with a GTX 1050. It's on like the lower tier in terms of gaming laptops, but it's relatively inexpensive. It's built quite well, and this is something that Asus has brought into the market to just be a little bit different from every other gaming laptop. So the first thing I noticed when I picked this thing up is that the design language on this laptop is a little bit different from what they've gone for in the past. Normally the ROG line is very much black and red. I think that Asus is like one of the original companies that did the whole black and red gamer thing. I feel like this is like the transition phase. I feel like we're on the edge. Next year, I really think that we will not be seeing as many black and red laptops as we've been seeing this year in the gaming industry. So this thing has no external red accents. There's some red in the exhaust vent, and the ROG logo lights up red, but that's it. Everything else is black. Even the keyboard lights are configurable to whatever color that you want. It has a metal top surface, and the design of this is actually very similar to the Asus GX501, which is like their flagship laptop, and it's kind of weird to see the same kind of design language on a laptop that's significantly cheaper. So this thing starts at around $1,000, and the build quality is quite good. The hinge is good, the paneling feels solid all around, and overall it's a well-built laptop. Now the bottom panel does not remove readily, so there's like an access panel that you can remove to access the RAM, the hard drive, and the SSD if you want to put one in, but the rest of the bottom panel is very difficult to remove. I tried for a little bit and I couldn't get it to come off. So if you need to kind of clean out the fans or access anything else, like maybe the Wi-Fi card in there, I'm sure it's doable, but I didn't want to break the review unit. It's a little bit tougher than your average gaming laptop. If you'll notice, there's only one RAM slot. The good thing is that it already comes with 16 gigs, so if you want to upgrade it up to 32, you just need to buy a single stick of 16 and pop it in. The port selection on this thing is pretty good. You get one USB-C, it's not Thunderbolt 3 though. You get 4 USB 3s, a couple of display outputs, an Ethernet, and an SD card slot. The audio jack that's on here is one of those combined ones, so it has headphone and earphone at the same time. So you might like that, you might not. I personally prefer this type. When you crack it open, you get a great keyboard. The layout is nice, it's got a number pad and everything, so you got that leftward shift, but the keyboard feels very nice to type on. The keystrokes are a little bit softer than some gaming laptops, but I think most people will like this thing pretty quickly. One feature I do like are the audio keys up top, so you get volume up, down, and mute, and it just makes it a little bit easier to control your sound in-game. The fourth button is the ROG button, and it launches the Asus ROG app for performance stats, fan control, and other things like that. The other app that Asus has is the ROG Aurora Core, and this is the app that lets you switch the colors on the keyboard. So there's 4 different zones and you can switch into whatever color you want. The trackpad down here is nice, it's smooth, it's plastic, and it uses Windows precision drivers, which in 2017, that's what you want. You want a Windows precision driver based trackpad because everything else is not as good. The button mechanism is okay. It's good, it's just not perfect. There's a little bit of play before it actually depresses as a click. It does feel good though overall. The speakers are about average for a $1,000 gaming laptop. They're not bad or anything, they're just not amazing. They get reasonably loud, but they're not particularly clear. The screen is where I feel like this laptop shines. So a lot of times when you spend $1,000 for a gaming laptop, you're gonna get some better performance, but you're gonna get some not great displays. This display panel is quite good, color accurate, bright, and it just feels like a high quality display. Now there are variants with 120 Hz and other types of panels, but even the standard panel looks really good. So if you want to do some color accurate work or video edits, this is a great screen to do it with. For the people interested, this is what the webcam looks like, and I guess this is what the mic sounds like. The image looks a little dark. I mean, it's a little bit underexposed. The resolution is there, but underexposed. Performance on this machine is going to vary depending on how you configure it. This one's running a GTX 1050, you can get a GTX 1060 for it, but for the 1050 model, it performs as you would expect. I ran some light and moderately demanding games, and because it's a 1050, you're not going to get blistering performance, but it's not bad, and the thermal output on this thing is easily handled with the cooling system, but if you configure yours with a GTX 1060, performance will be better, but it will run hotter. The fan noise on this laptop was louder than I thought it'd be. It's a GTX 1050, right? So I was hoping for it to be a little bit quieter, but this is just how thinner gaming laptops are. The good thing though is that it is able to maintain comfortable temperatures when you're playing games. So with the Asus GL503, you're getting a laptop that starts at around $1,000, You're getting great build quality and very little red accents. The screen is great. It's only 1080p, but you're getting great color accuracy and good brightness. The keyboard is comfortable to use and you get 4 color zones to customize. The trackpad is accurate and uses Windows Precision drivers. On the inside, the GTX 1050 and the Kaby Lake CPU are good performers and are properly cooled. The RAM and the 2 drive slots are upgradable. And down over here, the 64 watt-hour battery gets around 5 hours of battery life, depending on what you do. I ran my test with the screen at 250 nits. So who is this laptop for? Because this thing starts at around $1,000. You can get gaming laptops with this kind of performance for around $800. Granted, the extra money in this thing goes towards better build quality and a significantly better screen. So if that's what you're looking for, check this thing out. I really like this one. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. See you guys next time. And this thing's not black and red. I mean, that's worth $1,000 by itself.